to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days, playing ball at mid-major Lehigh University. He said, we had solid players, but we also had guys who'd become doctors.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nance out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Gordon in at the four-man position. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game.
Now here's McCollum. For Murray. He squares up and sinks it.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Here's Jokic. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Powell. Fade away. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now, here's Jokic. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the basket by Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Here's Jokic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Here's Barton. They get it again. Another shot, and Jokic lays it up and in.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
McCollum against Barton. McCollum feeling it out a bit. The three. Nurkic kicks to Powell. Tries again, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Porter. This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for him. Big group substitution here for Denver. Green, he's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Michael Porter. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cody Zeller's checked in for Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Nance. Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. And it's Dennis Smith in for Damian Lillard. He hits both from the stripe.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And the pass to Green. Morris outside. Pulls up on the elbow, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Smith dishes to Zeller. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Covington's shot is off. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Simons. Here's Powell. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
It's stolen by Smith. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. In the corner, Powell with it. Over Gordon. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. It's the Trailblazers up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard's range, wow. He discusses with us his deep, deep shot.
When I'm training in the summer, before practice, after practice, pregame, these are the shots that I'm taking. And I think when you spend so much time doing it, it becomes a quality shot for you when you put the time in. And
the team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Denver. Green is out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Gordon in at the 3.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays. And with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Green. Porter comes in for Gordon. Will Barton, he's checked in for Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick and roll option.
Murray outside. It's Porter outside. Drills the three-pointer. Porter's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
And it's Smith missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Poked loose. Barton against McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, Barton is a sinewy, mobile guard. I mean, he's tough to defend without fouling because of how slick and slippery he is.
Denver shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. That free throw good from Barton. For the Trailblazers, Zeller, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Robert Covington comes in for Chris. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Dennis Smith. Both free throws good from Barton.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
Now, here's Lillard. Second chance shot. Covington's shot is off. Pass to Jokic. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 5. And a chance to... Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. It was clear they were the better team in the second quarter, and it's a nice 5-point lead they hold at halftime. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Man, their fans know how to give their team a lift, that's for sure. The atmosphere in this building has been amazing, but the fans still have some work to do. They've got to keep the noise up, keep the energy up, and carry their guys to the win.
Look. And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Larry Nance out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward.
One of the things Murray does well is shoot the mid-range shot. He's actually deadly from there. Can't give him that kind of room.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lillard, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And he can score from all over the court, but Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area, but sometimes even then that's not enough.
Gordon, the pass to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon, and again it's Denver.
Oh, I like seeing Gordon work on that jump shot of his. He's going to need to knock it down consistently at his position to be one of the best in the league.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The free throw drops for Powell. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 52 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to Morris. Green with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Lillard. Now Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Lillard.
Yeah, you know, in Cody Zeller, I think they've got a guy who does all the little things like making good, smart passes and creating open shots for others.
Morris looking over the floor. A pass to Gordon. That shot no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 4. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Rivers out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Green. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Lillard misses. The Nuggets leading by 4. And here is Morris. He dishes it to Green. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressor.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Chris, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Dennis Smith. That one is no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard outside. Lets it go from deep. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. Back to Rivers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6 for the Nuggets. Harton comes in for Green, and it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Zeller. And Larry Nance is subbed in for Marquise Chris.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Here's Lillard. No good that time. And Denver the other way now. Porter kicks to Barton. Porter passes to Barton. Now here's Murray. Jokic inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. Here's Murray. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Murray outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Jokic kicks to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Denver.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Jamal Murray.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trail by 12. 36 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jamal Murray.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots, and also finishing strong.
This is as good a game as we've seen him play. And this crowd can't get enough of it. When he explodes like this, it becomes a special atmosphere in here. Here's Dozier. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Nicola, coach has talked about the growth of your leadership. What's gotten you to be more vocal?
I just want to help my teammates. I think if they say something, they're going to listen to me. I just want to make them better, so I'm just going to do that.
Well,
all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.